This faculty is a faculty for audiovisual communication, so I think it is the best place to show you how these two works in relationship with multilingualism. The project YoGoTe tries to unify the use of international signs with any spoken language of the world. And for this reason, it is an audiovisual tool for multilingualism. When a person tries to learn a new language, the main task is to translate the meaning in my language, that I know in my language, to the new language. If we make the union of a certain international sign with this meaning, then when we learn a new language with the same sign, then the meaning is also in my mind, but also in my hands. And for this reason, it is more easy to learn new languages because the signs are all times the same. The hand signs are the same for the different languages. For this reason, it is a tool for multilingualism, that is, for learning more languages with the same method. As you know, there is an academic web that is beginning their activities as a starting point with the universities of Santiago, and Minho. They try to make basic and applied research so that this idea that is running at lower levels of education, primary and secondary, can get the necessary theory and the necessary information to be a good method for higher levels of language learning. For example, in relationship with the students' mobility in Erasmus around all of Europe, it can offer interesting products in online, in internet, as well as spreading activities that will try to bring to this project other institutions, not only universities, with a concept of knowledge that is universal, that is open and free. Secondary school in Galicia, which is here represented, we have made in the same school year 3 language clubs of these languages. One of Africa, Senegal, one of Europe, Modern Greek, and one of Asia, Japanese. We will see a brief video where a student that had learned the language of Senegal comes in contact with another student that has learned the language of Japan. They have not before been in contact. This is the first time that they meet, and they have to use the signs to understand what each other says. Maybe. This is the way it goes. Huh? We have also made a set of activities in relationship with poetry. We know that Mr. Orban is a fan of poetry. You have said it already in several occasions, as the poetry is the point where the language arises. We made an activity with European poems in original language with international signs that has reserved the second prize in European Dialogue Awards last year, and as well as the first prize in Learning Awards. A similar web about American poetry that is supported by the Latin American Parliament, and we have the idea to develop in the UNESCO schools a similar web about Asian poetry and about African poetry, so that with these 4 webs we can have a common web of all the world languages through their poetries. I will try to present you a poem that I know that you like very much, because you have published and read it before an audience. In Romanian, I will ask you to apologize for my bad Romanian. I don't know Romanian, but I have learned it for you. I will make it with international signs, as well as in my language, that is Galician, so that you maybe can know the relationship between our languages thanks to the international signs. Maybe. So, the poem of Mihai Eminescu, the people perhaps don't know that it is the most important poet in Romanian language, and he lived nearly the same years that our national poet, that is Rosalia de Castro. I will try to explain you the poem. In Romanian it would say, Se bate miezul noptii in clopotul de araba, si somnul vames vietii nu vrea samilleye fama. En Galicia, bate na medianoite a campana bronceada e o sono, garda da vida, non quere cobrarme a entrada. Depois gozo, pecai batute a desea, vrea mintea sama coarte, sasaman entre oralta, viata si como arte. En Galicia, por que abarrotadas sendas quere a mente darme porte? Deste xeito, entreveirando a vida xunto coa morte. And finally, en Minescu seixas, chi cumpana gandarimisi, asinu se máis quima, cachi entre a mandúa, está neclintita limba. Mais a balanza do cavilar meu, inda agora non se inclina, xa que entre ambas as dúas está indecisa a lingua. We go on very fast. With this idea, we have presented 5 schools from different European countries have made this web, and you can see that not all the languages are in this web. Romania is represented by the national anthem, but we would like, maybe with support of the Commission, to make a real integrated European web of poetry. The same activity is running, as I have told before, in America. How can this project applied in education? It can be used at all levels of education. In preschool nursery, the students can learn that hands can be used to communicate. This is the first, maybe the first moment that people learn that he can speak, but also can tell things with the hands. In primary school, the student makes the union between the signs and his own mother language, in this case Galician. In secondary schools, there is possible to make activities with the second languages, that is English, French, and maybe another, or also language clubs, as I have shown before. Finally, in university, it is a good field for trying to foster multilingualism with the signs that the students already learn, as well as during long life learning for activities like Teacher for Peace, NGOs, enterprises, etc.
Moi, je t'offrirai des perles de pluie venues de pays où il ne pleut pas.
This is an activity made at another university near Valencia, where students from many countries have made sentences about peace and development, and this is maybe interesting for you because there is a Romanian person.
Avertisment. Bolnav de schizofrenia live aici, în universitate. Visează și muncesc pentru pace.
Well, continuing. All the materials of this project are free and online. There is a dictionary in 5 languages for all the signs. The font of characters is 600 different signs. Well, I will try to make you a short lesson because I am a teacher and I want as teacher that you learn with me. So if you don't mind, I will ask you to learn with me. There's 4 signs. Yes? The first thing you have to make is to raise your right hand. Right hand, please. Mano derecha. I am a mirror to you. Yes? So, and with this right hand, you can make the sign for Europe. That is as follows. we make the sign for responsible, or commissioner in this case, responsible, commissioner, yes. And with both hands, multilingualism. So we can say, for example, repeat with me please, European Commissioner for Multilingualism. In Romanian, Comisar European pentru Multilinguism. In Galician, Comisario Europeo para Multilinguismo. And in a very different language such as German, for example, Europäischer Kommissar für mehr Sprachlichkeit. Yes.